Hi guys, welcome to the iDailyWorkOut Advent Challenge. We've got 24 days of exercises and challenges for you to be able to take part in.
What better way to get fit and healthy before Christmas Day? We've got 12 exercises in total to be working over these next 24 days. They'll be working on each week and only 3 perhaps each day, so it's not too taxing. Beginners can take part, right to advanced elite. Do 1 round to begin with, and if you can, up to 4. Challenge yourself, but remember your capabilities.
And the main thing is to have fun and a very happy and merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay, the plank. We're going to start off with 15 seconds, and then throughout the 24 days we're going to build it up to 60 seconds. So there's variations, so everybody can do the plank. Starting off with a beginner, you do a plank on your knees, okay? Either down on your elbows, or you can have your hands, but your hands must be directly underneath your shoulders. If you're in this position, on your knees, you've got to make sure your bottom's not up, have it flat. The idea of a plank is to be like a plank. Bent arms, put the whole weight through your elbows, right through your hands, and relax. 15. What you want to do is hold the core, squeeze the core up to the back of the spine. If you tire, just squeeze your glutes together, push your shoulder blades back together, hold you there for a bit longer. To come up into a full plank, you want to be nice and relaxed on your toes. The hands, as I said, underneath your shoulders. Relax the neck. It should be in a flat plank from the shoulders to the hips to the ankles. Make it even harder, come forward onto your toes. That engages the lower core muscles. That's them.
Hi, in this clip we're going to have a little look at the bodyweight squat or the air squat. Really important functional exercise, this one. I'm going to use a med ball, but you can use a low stool or even a chair. Okay, if you're not comfortable with sitting back, then using a chair will help you to be able to do this as well. So, turning side on, I want my feet slightly wider than, or shoulder width to slightly wider. My toes are facing out slightly, and as I sit back, I'm going to initiate this by pushing my hips back, but my head and my chest are going to stay up nice and tall. So hands come out in front, sitting back, pushing my bottom back, all the way down until I reach the med ball or the stool or the chair. I'm not sitting on it, I'm just touching and then coming up. So push your bottom back, down and up. It's a really good functional move. You should feel this in the glute and in the hamstring. So if I come face onto you, feet angled out slightly, tummy held in, arms out, sitting back, down and up. Should be done at a nice steady pace, nice and evenly, and fully standing up. When you get to the top, make sure you squeeze your bottom. So side on, make sure that your knees aren't coming forwards. If you're coming forwards, you're going to use a lot of the quads. You want to be using the glute and the hamstring. So we go back, Morgan's going to help me, sitting down there, coming back up into it, then down and up. That's the body weight or the air.
Really good ab workout is the Situp Floor Tap. You can use a rolled up towel, or I've got my yoga mat here rolled up. What you want to do is have it in the base of your spine. You can also use an ab mat. Some of you might have it where you would put the lower bit in the spine, like so. Okay, but most of you are going to be using probably a rolled up towel or a mat, so I'll use that. Okay, so have that, as I say, right down in the base, relax back onto it. Your feet, you want soles together. You can bring them up, but don't worry if it's just here or here. Just the reason we're doing the diamond shape is so that we're not going to be using our hip flexors when we do this move, which is going to purely focus on the abs. Okay? Right, so then what you want to do is to take it back. We're using the hands above the head, so we're having the whole range of motion. And then come up. If you can just make it there, that's fine. And then take it back. The ideal is to come all the way up, tap the floor in front of you. You can get to the feet, as I say, if you can stay here. But the whole range from there and up. You're starting off with 10 of these in the first week, and then you'll be doing over 50 in this last few days. Really excellent workout, and the whole abs will feel it. That's floor to tap.
Okay, in this video we're going to look at the burpee and different progressions that we can use using the burpee. So, beginners burpee, hands down by your feet, so bending down, step back so you're in a plank position, step in, stand up. Yeah, so it's down, stand up. So you want to make sure that you're standing up tall at the end of each one. A progression from there is to jump both feet out and back in again. So we're coming down, out, in, stand up. Yeah, much bigger exercise, much faster. Progression on from there is to add in a push-up. So we're going to come down, all the way to the floor, back up, stand up. Much bigger exercise. Next piece on from there is a push-up with a jump. Yeah, so that adds a plyometric element into it, which makes it much harder, elevates the heart rate. You can be doing lots of burpees over the next 24 days. They're great fun, whole body exercise. They're very, very functional, great fun to do.
Russian twist. It's another ab workout. This time we're working the obliques. We're really focusing on defining and sculpting that section from the sides. What you want is you want your feet on the floor to begin with, and then you want to be leaning back into about a 45-degree angle. Okay? Don't want to sit up, you take the whole edge off what you're working out on. So here, you're going to drop down, and as you come up, drop to the other side. Up, drop down. Okay? Make sure that you maintain that angle and squeeze the core in the whole time. To progress this move on, you can add weight. You can do it in a number of forms. I mean, you know, a tin of beans will do, but kettlebell. So here, you're going to be dropping it down to the side, up, down, okay? Using this even more, if you want to, you can bring your feet off the floor. Up. Really good workout. Do it at your pace, but make sure you challenge yourself. That's the Russian twist.
In this video we're going to have a quick look at the lunge. Lunge is another leg exercise, but we're really focusing on a single leg at a time. You want to do these slowly to get the most benefit from them, okay? We will come on to a faster version, which is a plyometric one, but we're going to start off with a nice easy one. Two different ways to do your lunges. First one is forwards, second one is backwards. So the first one, if I stand back here, I'm going to lunge second step forward, and I'm going to drop my back leg down to a 90-degree angle, and my front leg is in that 90-degree angle as well. You want to be careful that you're not leaning too far forward, because you can put a lot of pressure on the front of the knee by doing that. So you're down to there, driving back up, step in, change, down. So you want to make sure that that knee's coming down to the floor, coming up, and change. This is a forward lunge. I can do this as a reverse lunge. If you're finding you're getting too much pressure on the front of the knee, you can do this as a reverse lunge. So I then take a step back, I drop down. So again, I'm at 90 and 90, coming up, step in, down, 90 and 90. You want to be keeping your upper body nice and still and nice and upright and always looking forward, coming up and down. You can, I mentioned at the beginning of this, you can do this as a bigger move, as a plyometric move. So as a plyometric, I can step back, I can use my arms to drive myself up and change legs, landing softly on the toes, making it a much bigger, more dynamic exercise. Always make sure that as you come up, you're coming up fully standing and your hips are opening. Great exercise for the legs.
Jumping jacks is a really big cardio move, and we've thrown this into the advert just to get your heart rate working. It's a good all over body weight workout and plyometric when you start jumping with a jumping jack. Good for strengthening the ankles and the feet. Beginners, okay, you can just step it out. Okay, tap, almost like a tap. Okay, stepping out, hands above the head, gets the elevation of the heart rate going. Once you can, try doing your jumping. Okay. Maintain the form and technique on any exercise. Okay, nice and upright. And then you can speed it up as you get more efficient at it. Make sure the hands come all the way up. That is a jumping jack.
Okay, in this exercise we're going to look at a lateral lunge. We've previously looked at the forwards and backward lunge. This time we're going to go out to the side. So the important thing to remember here is try and keep both feet facing forward. As you step across, you're going to bend the outside leg. The inside leg is going to stay nice and straight, and you're going to come down. Hold your hands out in front of you if you want. Come back up, so you're pushing up with that bent leg. Step in, step across. Outside leg bends, arms out, coming up. So feet, again, nice and forward, across, down, and across and down. You can take it slow to start with. When you get more proficient at it, or you want a bigger burn from the exercise, you can come down, pop, down, and just make it that little bit more dynamic and a bit bigger in what you're doing. So the lateral lunge, great fun, gets the heart rate going, works the outside of the leg. It's also going to work the inside of the thighs as well.
Push up. No matter what anybody says, everybody can do a push up of some form, okay? And we've got them from the beginners right the way through to the advanced. To start with, if you're not really strong in your upper body, push up on a wall. You want to have an incline, like so. Make sure your body's flat, and you're just going to bend at the elbows. And start beginner push up, like so. That's how you build from here. You're using the whole shoulders. To progress from a wall push-up, we'll take it to the floor, but we won't do a full push-up yet because we can start on our knees. Again, helps to want your hands underneath your shoulders. With your knees in this position, drop to the floor, the whole chest comes to the floor, and then push back up. Drop, push back up. Okay. You can take it wider if you want. Works the chest more. Personally, I prefer to be in, so I'm working the triceps more. Make sure your head is lifted up, not looking down. If you want, you can come up to a full press up, try it, and you can drop down, then perhaps go onto the knees and come back up that way. That's another progression. So we start in a full, drop down, knees, come back up. Always challenge yourself to work for the next level if you can. And obviously we finish on a full push-up.
Okay, in this exercise we are going to have a look at the hand walk. Very simple exercise. It uses a lot of the shoulder and the arms though, and you have to hold your tummy in during the whole exercise. So feet directly underneath your hips, so don't have to stand with your feet directly together, just slightly apart, hip width apart. Then we're going to bend down, walk out with the hands all the way to a plank, hold that, hold your tummy in, squeeze your glutes, come back up. Standing tall, back out, standing up. So it's a lot of walking on the hands, building up shoulder strength, core stability as well.
Hip bridge, okay? We're going to use the hamstrings, the glutes, the core, the lower back. It's a really good stabilising workout. Lie back, okay? Feet flat on the floor. Breathe them close in if you can to the bum. Shoulders back, head back on the floor. What you're going to do is you're going to raise up, coming up onto your shoulders, and squeeze the glutes together. Drop back down. This is how you'll start. If you want to just increase that a little bit more, have the hands straight up in the air. Get off my hat. Hip, thrust. Progression from that is to have one leg in the air. Same exercise, but you're now putting up the weight through one foot. Lift up, come onto the shoulders, drop down. Have the hands in the air if you want. You really squeeze that core in, squeeze the glutes together, and hold. If you want, you can add weight to it. The kettlebell's ideal. Holding that here. Again, you can go for some filled bottles of water, bottles of sand, anything you can lay your hand on. It's just adding weight, make it that little bit harder. If you want to progress it again, then we can bring in a box. Feet in the middle. Go back. And as you bring it up, your feet should go flat onto the box. Good boy. Right. Okay, and I'm still doing them, you see, don't get put off by the dog. And then you can do the single leg as well. There we go. Hip.
Mountain climber. So it's a big core exercise. It's also going to work your shoulders as well. Big hip stability. So we're down on the floor. Straight arm position. Sorry, excuse the noise. Morgan's chasing his tail. So we're in that plank position. The dog is nuts. So what we're going to look to be able to do is have those hands directly underneath the shoulders, and you're going to bring a knee up in between your elbows. So coming through, all the way back, holding that plank position, holding your core in. That knee's got to come all the way in between your elbows. If your knee isn't reaching your elbows, you're probably too far forward, so you can't then get your knee towards your elbows. So you want to bring your hands back to in that position. Yeah, you want to be steady, increase the pace to make it more challenging, but we're landing lightly on the toes. Yeah, we're not stomping. Don't need to do that. Yeah, it's just nice and steady. All that weight and pressure is now through my shoulders and in my core. So you're driving those knees forward. Sorry, excuse the dog. He just wants it on the videos.